Yeah, Double Hunter is really scary, both as an FC and as, just your mid fight, because those aim shots, if one of the hunters is playing marksmanship, are really scary. And if they sync with the damage, it can deal a considerable amount to someone's health pool. And it looks like Ping is running that two healer setup. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like Small and Party God are the only healers. So they're going to be running a very mid-oriented team fight. And, once again, it is really risky, but it can pay off.
We're definitely going to see a lot of pressure. That's going to be their name of the game. They're going to be putting pressure out constantly, having that extra DPS in mid. But relying on two healers is definitely a tight spot. Those two healers really got to pick it up, and I think they have two amazing healers. I think they're going to play really well.
Yep, and I'm going over here to Waka Flocka Seagulls. I think I've seen some questions about this in the chat. Why are the hunters spamming their men pet? Well, there's a trick that these hunters can do where they can get combat at the beginning of the game, and this can really prevent the rogue from getting saps on the enemy team. If the hunters just spam that men pet, they can keep their pet and themselves in combat, and anyone on their team who uses a buff on them will also get in combat. So that's why you're seeing these hunters in all these games using that men pet and just spamming it like as they run across the field. It looks really goofy, but it works really well.
Yeah, it's definitely a good way to not get sapped out at the start, and that's huge. If the rogue gets a sap, your team is down an extra person. It's just not something you want to be in a place.
Yep, it's just preventing the enemy rogue from getting a sap on your team. So it's a really smart move that all these hunters are doing in this tournament to prevent saps on their team. But out of the gates, I actually want to follow the rogues. I'm going to see what they're going to be trying to do. I'm going to follow Gankrixer out of the tunnel. Let's see if he can get a sap on anyone on the enemy team. Usually rogues can maybe get a sap on warriors because it's harder for warriors to get combat. They don't have any buffs that they could put on their team. But we're going to be seeing what's going to happen in this mid-fight between both of these teams. Actually, Gankrixer and Tap Out going right past each other. That was quite interesting that they didn't get each other out. Oh, and actually, Gankrixer gets pulled out by Muskie Bad. Really good Moonfire. Really good. Yeah, really good attention from Muskie right there. And he actually gets ambushed by Ham God. So really good job.
Ham God, yeah. He really gets sacked, 4 sacks. I think he's going to maybe be fine if he gets back into his team. Yeah, it looks like he's getting out. Yeah, Kegs is dropping low.
He is wearing a full stamina set, so he doesn't want to die in this opener. And they are putting some pressure on the Blackout Kegs. And Yorkie forced a block there. I don't know what was happening to him, but I really don't agree with that ice block.
They're going to train him now, definitely, that he doesn't have it, and he goes down.
Yeah, they really capitalized on that ice block. I don't know why I don't think anyone was touching him. I think it was just Blackout Kegs was taking damage, and he ice blocks, and Waka Flocka really picked up on that.
Goes down.
Yeah, but Bakemaster dies immediately. And that's what you'll see in these games. You'll see a lot of turnaround kills quite quickly because of how high the burst damage is and how low health pools are. You can die really quickly in this bracket. So really good job by both these teams getting these cross kills.
Yeah, I think with that mage down, they lose a lot of their pressure with the counter spells. The two healers are great, but they need counter spells and to maintain pressure.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So it looks like Ping is doing a good job commanding this mid-fight right now. I want to see what both FCs are doing right now. We have Muskie on the roof of the Horde base waiting to pick up that flag. And you'll see FCs do this. They'll wait till their team has control of mid before picking up the flag. And so it's a really conservative move, making sure that their team has control so they're able to get out of the base without any sort of problems, getting cut off from enemy teams.
Yeah, and Ping's front line is taking huge damage, and Junior goes down, and Blackout Kegs may be soon to follow. Oh, Yorkie's dead again. This is not looking very good. They need to keep up the pressure. They can't be getting pushed out like this.
Yeah, and that kill on Junior Big Chief's actually huge.
Pump may die here. He's dead. Bakemaster goes down.
So the FC of Waka Flocka Seagulls is dead. Let's see if Ping can actually capitalize this. I want to go to Muskie and see what he's doing. He's still hanging out on that roof. He's just having a grand old time looking at this team fight in mid. And both these hunters are just playing
really
D.
Need to control mid before he pushes out. That's going to be big.
Yeah, they haven't been able to swing control much. And with that death of Junior Big Chief and Yorkie early on in the game. But it looks like Waka Flocka Seagulls might be able to gain control. They're casting onto the Hunter, and the Hunter's going to go down. Once again, the burst is just so quick in this bracket that people just die in globals, so it can be very difficult. You don't have any defensives in this bracket, so if you do get cast on, you pretty much are forced to take the damage for 100% of its amount, so it can be quite scary.
Yeah, Roar's sack is one of the saving graces for both teams. Once it's on, it's huge, huge protective. Like it's almost like an extra bubble from a priest. The amount of damage it reduces.
Yeah, Roar's Sacrifice
Ooh,
is the only defensive cooldown available to these players in this matchup. And here we have Yorkie cutting off the hunter that's actually trying to cut off the enemy team's hunter. So right now they're going to score a quick kill on the Bakemaster. I don't know why he was playing so aggressively in that position. Kind of a big mistake from Waka Flocka Seagulls, playing so aggressively with their hunter.
yeah, they need to get the flag. It's the most important thing right now. Pump's going up, and we'll see what happens.
And right now, Ping is getting forced into their graveyard, just getting trained by Waka Flocka Seagulls mid-fight. And right now, what's unfortunate for Ping is they had that Blackout Kegs and Junior Big Chief dead, and that's considered the front line of their team, the Warrior and the BM Monk. And when those two players aren't able to connect,
for Ping as well, they're going to be in the graveyard for a couple minutes. It's going to be hard for them to push out with the two heals.
yep. And Muskie is just still camping out on this roof. I don't know why he hasn't picked up the flag yet. He might be DC'd. I have no idea what's going on with him.
Going down tunnel. His team is controlling the graveyard, so he's going to get out. It's just a matter of time before Muskie has to pick. He has no choice.
Yep. Right now, Waka Flocka Seagulls has control of this map, has control of the enemy team's graveyard, and they have flag control. I mean, that's pretty huge in these sorts of games. And I'm gonna check on Muskie one more time. Yep, he is still on that roof, just chilling. I don't know what he's doing exactly, but let's see if he'll pick up the flag soon.
I think he got a text from one of his girls. He's got to answer it.
He's moving. We have some movement by Muskie Lord. We can confirm that he is moving.
Super Styling is pushing in far. He may get turned on. It's a matter of time, and he goes down. Mutundo maybe soon to follow. Big Body goes down as well. Looks like Waka's definitely going to be on the back foot.
Well, they got a cap, but I mean, I don't know what's happening with Muskie exactly.
Yeah, he didn't feel safe to pick, and to be honest, now is the time. They're all in the graveyard. He needs to.
Yeah, you really need to capitalize. You need to capitalize on deaths as an FC. If the enemy team has members of their team down, especially if it's a hunter or a rogue, that's when you want to pick up the flag. And we have Ping.
He's picking now and heading down tunnel into his team. He should get a good look and get out of this.
Oh yeah.
Hunters are chasing.
Yeah, the hunters are chasing with the rogue. I don't think this rogue's going to be able to catch up to him, especially with the barrels being thrown by Blackout Kegs. As a rogue, you have no mobility, so it can be difficult. Every time you take a slow, you're basically immobile, and so Muskie's going to get out of the space quite easily. And I think they're actually going for a quick cap. I'm going to see where Pump is. Yeah, Pump is barely ahead of Muskie, and actually Muskie might.
He's just going to let him pass. He might go for a counter quick cap. It's kind of the only option right now. If he came out of stealth, he would have been killed.
This is so weird. Muskie, I guess, was texting his girls on the roof, just waiting for this moment to get a quick cap on the enemy team. And this is a really unique strategy. I don't know if this is intended or what the heck was going on, but really good capture by Ping here with Muskie Bad getting that flag across off of a cap from Waka Flocka Seagulls. So the game is tied 1-1. With the advantage of Ping having the last cap. So really interesting strategy that really caught me off guard. I guess Muskie had a little trick up his sleeve, or some girls in his phone that he was texting, and that strategy paid off. So good job for
Pump's
Ping.
Going to pick now. He's heading down tunnel. I have a feeling his team may start losing mid just due to the pressure of the extra DPS running two heals. He may be able to go around them. We'll see if they turn around to catch him.
Yeah, and here the hunters are connecting, and that's a firing wall. And Gankrexer is escorting, but he's not opening on any of these hunters. I think that's a mistake. He should be turning around and killing these hunters that are killing his FC. And that was a pretty big mistake from Waka Flocka Seagulls, letting their FC die like that. That could have been avoided if the rogue had just turned around and used his abilities on those hunters. So, questionable plays.
It's going to be hard to kill Gankrexer. We'll see if the Muskie waits in the graveyard and they pass it up to him, or if he's going to drop down and come repick it off them in mid.
I mean, that was a lucky pass, but Gankrexer needs to get the heck out of here. He has 2.2k HP. This is a really risky positioning move, him just staying so close to his team. He needs to be running to that graveyard and handing the flag off to Pump. And Pump did res, so hopefully they'll get the pass right here with no interference.
Yeah, they're gonna get the pass. Pump may go up tunnel into base, may go out to graveyard just to get that over edge we've been seeing all day, where the FCs are going up there and waiting for their team. They have a great spot. They can jump down, get line of sight. They protects against the melee. Everything. They're on their graveyard, but looks like Muskie's getting open on by the hunter. They were ready for this. They were waiting for him.
Yeah, and I
He
think
gets out
Muskie,
to Kaido though and Party Girl,
yeah,
so he's gonna be fine.
he had escorts waiting for him, but he did drop a little bit low, and that Hunter Rogue defense can be quite scary as an FC, especially if they're able to connect without any sort of escorts. But it looks like Muskie should be able to make it across the map into safety. I don't think Ping is in any sort of problems right now. They are taking a bit of damage in mid, the Priest dipping a bit low, but I think Ping has the mid control right now with Super Stylin and Big Body Bugatti dead on Waka Flocka Seagulls.
Yeah, this game is definitely back and forth tug of war. People are dying on both sides, and it's hard for one team to get momentum. But it looks like Ping is on the upper hand right now, pushing them back into the GY, and it's just a matter of time before they start overwhelming. And we'll see what happens with the FCs if they break off the rogue or whatnot.
And Hamgod is dead right now, but Hamgod's not a crucial part of this mid fight. It's more focused on the BM monk and the warrior and the mage being able to control the enemy team, and the rogue isn't required to have that control. So him being dead is not going to be an issue here. Yorkie blinking in and getting an arcade torrent on multiple members of Waka Flocka Seagulls. So really good move by him, getting some offensive pressure rolling, and he is going to get swapped to a little bit, but he does pop his battle masters and he is going to get healed up here. So really offensive play. I like that blink in with the triple arcane torrent on the enemy team. Really good job by Yorkie, just controlling the team offensively.
Looks like they're trying to push onto the priest right now. Small, he was charged by the warrior. He does goblin jump away, which is big. They get a sap on Muskie. We'll see if they're going to try and push into this. No, they're trying, but I don't think it's a smart idea.
Yeah, Gankrexer did a questionable opener there. I don't think there are any stacks right now on these FCs. Oh, there's 3 stacks on these FCs, but that's not nearly as much damage modifications to get a kill on these FCs. You really want to wait for 6 stacks, because at that point the FCs are immobile and the damage is really high coming out of these rogues.
Pump's getting opened on by the rogue. He did not wait for his hunter though, but his hunter is going to catch up. Pump may die. The hunter can just disengage and he's dead. Muskie's going to go to the cap.
I didn't even see that happen. I apologize for that, but questionable decision by Pump being so far away from his team, and that can happen sometimes. FCs, if they can get a bit cocky and get really far away from their team, and they do get punished like that by Hunter Rogue. So really questionable play by Pump being so far away from his team.
That's just a case of situational awareness and not being able to see that hunter on the map. You need to really play with as a team and coordinate these things, because Pump, he could have seen him coming if he was watching the ramp, but it was just too late by the time he reacted, and the rogue did open at a proper time. He must have had sap DR is what I'm thinking is why he opened before the hunter got to him.
Yeah, that was really, these caps, these games have been really awkward. They're not really the caps you normally see in games. The quick cap by Muskie, and then with the lack of pickup by Muskie at the beginning of the game, that was really interesting. And then that kill, it was just a positioning mistake by Pump. So he is getting across the field right now.
The 2 hunters are running with Pump back to base. It is just the hunter with the flag sitting roof. Kaigo was trying to get to him, but it looks like he's going to get turned on and maybe killed. They may try and set up a trap for Waka Flocka's hunter here.
Yeah, and right now we have...
Ping's hunter.
Yeah, we have Hamgod escorting his FC with that hunter there. And right now he is going to look to get some saps possibly on Pump just to prevent him from getting into that base. And right now Tap Out is getting a bit too close to the hunters, and he does get away. And right now he's just trying to control the positioning of that enemy FC.
This is going to be very close if they do get a return. It's Muskie does get the repick and he's out. Oh, sap trinket, jumps on some logs, resapped. His team is pushing into him though. It's going to be tough for a kill, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think Gankrixer will get a kill right now, and yeah, Muskie is able to blink away before Gankrixer even opens. So that could have been scary, but that was avoided quickly by Muskie with that Displacer Beast.
I think what is going to happen here. I think we may see Ping pull back with Muskie and set up a gauntlet up to roof.
Oh yeah, there's only a minute 30 left on this game. If Ping just gets across the map and holds that base in there, or holds that flag, I'm sorry, in their base, this should be an easy victory for them, especially considering there's only 4 stacks right now. And the game only gets scary when there are 6 stacks, so they can just get up to roof right now, and if they can hold that flag up there for 1 minute, they're going to be winning this game.
Yeah, I believe right now they're trying to buy time for Muskie to get in a good position. He's going to start heading up tunnel. Junior Pig Chief is with him, Party Girl is with him. The thing with 2 healing is they can't break off a healer in mid and expect to win mid, so they're just trying to slow them down.
And that 6 stack should be hitting anytime soon, but Muskie is going to be able to get the boots at 5 stacks, so really good job by Muskie getting up to this roof, and I think he should be fine unless anyone on the enemy team is following him. I didn't see anyone. He was getting escorted, so let's...
going back through mid.
Through mid.
It looks like...
Well,
I'm setting up his tunnel.
Right now,
heading up the...
I don't see any point for him got to go across the map. He should be playing D with his team, but let's see if Ping is able to keep this flag on the roof, and Muskie's actually going to drop down, and he's going to be attacked by mice, and questionable decision by Muskie Bad. This hunter is able to do a lot of damage.
A fairly decent gauntlet. He might have felt safer seeing how they are wiping, but he's going to die. The pump's going to cap.
That was the weirdest thing.
5 seconds left. Holy that is absolutely insane.
Holy moly.
I don't know if that comes down.